Hi everyone. So this vlog is going to be a bit of a mishmash. Um Anyways, so I actually did a front-facing video of me talking about my last convention and yada yada, but I also changed up like my desk layout and everything, so I didn't have the lighting set up and it was shot a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just going to do a voiceover as you guys watch me make some Dice Guardians. So let's talk Bold Matsuri. That was the last convention that I was at, and honestly, it was not good. um, I had a really hard time making sales, getting people to just look at my table. Um, I noted I will say I was all the way in the back of the artist alley. But something I noticed was people just like quickly walking through that entire aisle, like not even looking at any of our tables, or a quick head turn, and that was it. Like a barely enough of a glance. Um, and it wasn't just my table. I would like leave my table, just kind of like look around, and I noticed people doing that, and I was like, that's weird, but whatever. And yeah, like I said, I was just having a hard time getting people to come up to my table and making sales. So I did not do well. I spoke to other artists too, and had a lot of people telling me they didn't do well or they just barely made table and travel. I think one or two artists I spoke to said that they did well. Um, but something that I like to keep in mind, and if you are a newer artist in the convention scene, it's something that you also want to keep in mind if you ask people, did you do well at this convention? That everybody's goals are different. Some people, all they are happy with is if they make back their table and travel. If they do, then they consider that a good con. But somebody who has been in the convention scene longer, somebody who is trying to do this like full time, maybe, that's not really good for them. So for me, that was not my goal. I have different goals, so that to me would not be a good convention. I will say I did not make back table and travel, and if I don't even make back those, I will not even consider going back next year. Something also to keep in mind is the economy has not been great. So you mix that with a kind of smallerish convention, it's hard to make profit. And honestly, the location's not too far away, so travel wasn't too much. But I really don't like driving in Jacksonville, especially on the highway. So I won't miss that. um, I did have a hard time selling items that I typically find sell well, like my buttons and stickers, um, because those are lower price items. People who can't like afford my big sculptures be like, oh, I'll take a button or a sticker. But I only sold one sticker and one button, which was weird to me. But yeah, this just overall was not a great convention, and I won't be back. I will be going to Infinity Con. That one I typically do well at, especially because it's nearby, so travel cost is very low. And yeah, I'm excited for that one. It's a smaller con, so I'm not expecting to make thousands or anything, but because it's nearby, it's a lot easier for me. And yeah, I also don't really have to make too much else because I didn't sell very much, so there's that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys everything I made just this weekend, which was actually, I made a lot more than I expected I did, although I could have made more, but so I made a whole bunch of these little star charms. These ones glow in the dark. I still have to add the little thingamabob so that I can actually make them into charms. But I made some of this like pearlescent pinkish sunset, I think was the actual color. And then I made one of the fluorescent pink. And I only made one octopus this weekend. It's just like a little mini one. It's fluorescent pink, and I added some like roses and a star and a little moon charm to it. I had just enough left over of this color to make this octopus after I made those snakes. So yeah, I think this one's really cute. And for the snakes, like I said, I made 2 of these fluorescent pinks. I made a couple of these just kind of like mix of this blue and green color. I think the green was called wasabi, and I can't remember what the blue was called, but I do like this color combination. And it was the last that I had of these colors, so I made a couple snakes. And this one, I absolutely love this color. It's Alzarian Crimson, I believe. And then I put some of the color shift on its tail and on its head, and it's really hard to tell with this lighting, but yeah, this one's really cute. I had a dragon egg with this color, and I really need to make more of it. And then I have a like dark blue, and oh, here's another one of that blue and green color, basically the opposite of that one. And then more of this. I really do think this is the Sunset Pearl color. So these ones are convention exclusives, just because listing them online, it would be a little difficult just because like I kind of make them with random clay colors. So it would have to be kind of a surprise, like a random pick. And I'm wary about doing that because I know people can be really picky about their colors. So for now, convention exclusives. These, however, I'm debating if I want to make convention exclusives because these ones have a lot more like of a design to them, whereas these ones were just like leftover clay, just like random clay, etc. So these ones, I have a little witch, and her eyes glow in the dark. And then I have this one that has a whole bunch of roses on it, and it's holding a little ghost that glows in the dark. And then I made a couple of Oreo ones. So I have these 2 that's holding like a big Oreo, and then the dice goes into the other side. And I added like some texture to it to kind of make it look like the snake was a cookie as well. And then this one has like some mini Oreos. I do want to make at least one more with the minis because I have exactly 4 minis made up. So I do want to make more minis because I have some plans in the future for them. But I have exactly 4 already pre-made, so I definitely want to make at least one more of that one. That's it for like the snakes and the figurines. I did make 4 more Oreo charms that will be keychains / charms. I have a couple more, I want to say 6 more. Oops. I have like 6 more that I need to bake. They're on the baking tray right now. So, yeah. For dragon eggs, I finally finished the trans flag. So I have 4 charm sizes. And then I have 1 necklace size. And I have 3 pairs, so like 6 total, but 3, like, they're pairs because they're earrings, so 3 pairs of the earring size. And then I also made this one into a charm. The green goes in the dark. I do want to do an opposite where it's like black with the green on top. So this one, it was meant to kind of look like black dripping down the sides, I think. I do want to do more of these, but I think I'll make the scales like the opposite color scales, like further down a little bit. But I do really like this one. Then the last ones are the trans flag standing eggs. So I always get the question, how long do these take you to make? And I finally started to like actually record the like length of time they take. I do want to do it again just so I can like compare, especially because with the way the colors are for here, you know, it's a little different. But and I did like subtract like a few minutes depending on like, you know, if it was like a couple minutes over the 5-minute mark, you know, just so it's like give or take a few minutes, maybe a little more than a few minutes. But the medium sized egg took about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and that this does not include bake time, especially because I baked in between certain layers. So if we included a bake time, it'd be a couple hours. But I'm not including bake time. So small egg is about 45 minutes, probably actually closer to 50 minutes. But based on what I wrote down, 45 minutes. The necklace size is also about 45 minutes, which they're roughly the same size, so that makes sense. And it's also why I say this is actually probably 50 minutes. The charm sizes, these ones, because I was working on all 4 at once, I had to like divide it. So for 4, it took 145 minutes total, meaning it took about 37 minutes per egg. But honestly, again, it's probably closer to like 40-45 minutes. Yeah. And for the earrings, it took 165 minutes to make 6, and divide that by 6, it was about 28 minutes, but probably closer to 30 minutes per egg. And I didn't time this one, which I should have, because it's mostly just one color, so that would have been a good like contrast, like to see how long it takes to do like 1 or 2 colors versus like a pattern. But yeah, now you guys know how long it takes to make these dragon eggs. So it really doesn't feel like a lot of time, but it at the same time it is a lot of time. ignore how like weird the cube colors are. I have a mix of black and gray. I'm actually thinking full bottom layer will be black, and I might make the stickers a black cube as well. But this is just a practice, so I'm not like... Anyway, so this is for an 8-foot table that I have at Infinity Con. So this right here is just a bunch of stuff that I need to move. I'm thinking I might have enough room to put my clearance buttons, so I might put those here, or just like some other clearance stuff. I do have some $3 charms that I'm still not sure where to put yet. I might not need one of these shelves. I haven't put up the figurines yet to like see where everything is gonna go. But yeah, so I have my name up here. Originally I was going to have it across here, but I feel like up here is a little more visible, and I plan on putting panels up there so that it's like, there is going to be a black background, but I'll probably put panels up there anyway. So I have the stickers and the buttons / magnets. I still have to put the signs up. I didn't put signs up yet. I was able to fit my print binder, so you can see all of the prints. And I need to make a tab, but I'm going to put my sticker sheet here. I only have one sticker sheet, so it's just that. But I'm also thinking I will put it here because I think this should be enough room. But I just wanted to put it in here as well. So because I don't have like a whole lot of prints, and I'm not sure if I will continue doing prints in the future. So yeah, I was gonna put a tab for the sticker sheets. And what I really like about this too is that like I said, my prints don't sell, but I kind of have like, you know, just like about the print, and then on some of them I put like this was just originally made using watercolors and then redone digitally, or where is it? This one was originally created for Mermaid and then redone. There are some stickers that would really just one sticker. It's this one was originally watercolors, and I didn't recreate it digitally. This is the original watercolor, and then I just did some stuff and made it a sticker. So I would love to have a little blurb for those, but for now I just have those for the prints. So this is where my snakes go, and these are the just like regular Dice Guardian snakes. And then I'm gonna have some necklaces there, dragon eggs, and some octos there. Here, never done anything like this, so these are the ornament hangers. I was thinking of putting the specialty snakes here, not sure yet. I might put them on something like this instead. And I do have some other octos. Like I said, I have to put the figurines out still. Necklaces and earrings are gonna go on these. I did something a little different this time. I am gonna cut these because they're visible, but now they have like a little background so you can see them a little better. And necklaces and my video, and then charms. I love this pegboard so much. It's a little bigger than my grid cubes by just like a smidge, but I was able to get it. So yeah, oh, and my little checkout area with my little wisp. Yeah, I think so far it looks really good. I am going to put out the figurines and see if I got this layout good. Okay, here is what I have so far for setup. So some things to note: the tablecloth looks weird because this is not an 8-foot table. These are two 4-foot tables sandwiched together, and 4-foot tables are not as wide as an 8-foot table. I don't understand why. I guess because of the dimensions, it just kind of has to be, but whatever. So some of this stuff will be pushed forward. How I'm thinking is that, like this, where this is, there's all that space. So things like these charms, or where this ornament's going to hang, stuff like that, and even possibly the back display itself can be like just pushed forward just a little bit. But yeah, so there's going to be a black backdrop, but I'm thinking of still adding panels up here just so the name is definitely seen. I'm going to try and see about like tightening this, or maybe putting a hook up there and then stringing some necklaces up top, just so, like, I don't know, just to have them. Let me turn these lights on because the lighting in this spot is awful. So signs aren't up yet, but we have stair sheet, stickers, which I'm probably going to change to a black background, magnets, buttons, my prints, got those in there, and then we have all the figurines. Necklaces are going to be up here, dragon eggs, octos, and then we have the snakes. So we have all the Dice Guardian snakes, and then we have some new specialty Dice Guardians, and someone suggested to do snails, so I wasn't able to make any for this one, but I'm definitely going to do snail Dice Guardians. We have the like $3 charms down here. These are charms that are just kind of like, just like little simple charms. I didn't really add much to it, so they're more of like the low price items. This is the checkout area, so I'm going to have an ornament hanging here, and if that sells, I'm going to put that little painting there. I'm thinking, or I'm like vice versa. I have my little wisp here, tip jar, my business cards are going to go here, and I have the card reader. This empty area is going to be necklaces and earrings. And then we have cauldron jars, more earrings, unicorn horn ring holders. These are the last two jars I have of my Lucky Star jars. I have a bunch of Lucky Stars, but I don't know, I just don't want to sell them anymore, I think. They're really fun to make, but I don't know. So I'm just trying to get rid of them, hoping somebody buys the last of them. So then we have the necklace displayers, and then we have the charm display. I have a few new charms, some new dragon eggs, and these are going to go directly onto the charms. I just put them there so I knew how many I needed. But all the ghosts glow in the dark, and this new star one also glows in the dark, which I have the sign just right there. I would love to figure out a way to put signs like this on here. These clips are going to go back behind, so it pushes them forward, so I might see if I can like put the sign there and see if that doesn't like block anything. But yeah, and then up there is going to be the video of me working on various things. So in the future, I would love to have like a demo area, but right now I just don't have that. I don't have the space for it. I might have to change or get rid of this area of the display to put a demo area, or move everything over, put the checkout area at the end with the demos, or have to get like a corner / double table situation. But for now, this is how it will probably look for tomorrow at InfinityCon. Here is some behind the scenes. I've got my packing station with some pre-made boxes, bags. These are the stickers out in, and then I have the buttons, which could be better organized. Packing stuff. And then this is just like random kind of supplies. More kind of random, in case like somebody wants earrings and some water and some bags. And this is what it looks like behind my table. Okay, so InfinityCon, I was going to do a video, but the voice recording got all messed up, so I'm just going to do another voiceover again. So InfinityCon, as I expected, was really good for me. I did extremely well, actually did way better than I thought I was going to do. Honestly, I love any convention that gives people 8-foot tables. It's usually like smaller conventions that do that, but like 8-foot, it's that 2 extra feet just put so much more. Anyway, I had a great time, had a lot of great conversations with other artists, people who came up to my booth, just wonderful people. The Snake Dice Guardians were an absolute hit, and I'm so excited about that because they're so fun to make and they're so cute, and I'm just glad people really loved them. I'm definitely going to be making more, and I have some other designs in mind as well for like not just snakes, but like other things. Like I mentioned earlier, I definitely want to do snails. I had more people say you should do snails, so I definitely want to do some snails. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I think maybe in the future I might want to make my own dice to go with them. The cost, like the price of the Guardians, would go up because of that, so maybe I'll just like do a couple like extra special ones with my own handmade dice. We'll see. I have a whole bunch of other ideas as well, and I'm really excited for that. Another thing, I have been having a really hard time selling my tentacle necklaces lately, especially, but I did sell a few, so I'm really happy about that. I haven't been able to like make more because I already have such an abundant amount. So yeah, I really like making them, but it's like I don't need 1,000 snake or tentacle necklaces. I have been starting to make snake necklaces though, and I really like those. Those are really cute. So more about InfinityCon. I spent way too much time setting up on, was it Friday? And Saturday was just like super busy. I had like so many people coming up to my booth, which I was really happy about. Sunday was a little slower, but I still definitely did well. And overall, it was really good. For a small con, I did about what I would hope to do for a more like medium-sized con. And being local, I didn't have to pay for a hotel. I didn't have to like really do much for gas. So yeah, I will definitely be back next year. And if they do the Lake City one, I do plan on going to that one as well. But so far, I haven't heard anything about Lake City. I know some artists didn't do well, and it was a lot of the ones that traveled kind of far. So if you are in like the Tallahassee area, I think it's a good convention, especially if like you've never done a convention before. Like it could be a good like starter convention. But if you have to like travel for it, maybe not. But there were also like a lot of crafters there, which I think was really cool because you don't really see like a ton of crafters at conventions. There was definitely like a huge mix of huge variety of different mediums and styles. And I don't know like Infinity Con's process. I know they are like a jury type con, but I don't really know like their process of how they select people. But it seems like they really try and like get a variety in there. I saw, you know, mixed media. That I have my polymer clay stuff, crochet. There was somebody does, I think it's sublimation of those glass cups. I'm not like 100% sure what the process is called, but there were like print artists, there were button artists. Um, there was, I think it was cross stitching. Um, just like I said, huge variety. And there were also authors, so books, um, and writers. Just, yeah, so much. And like I said earlier, had a lot of great conversations, met a lot of great artists, and I am excited for next year. I can't wait to go back. I think I'm already signed up. I think I already signed up, because I believe Infinity Con does the, like, if you were there, they'll send you a thing that's like, oh, you want to sign up for next year? So I think I'm already signed up. I should definitely double check that though. But yeah, next convention is Ancient City Con in St. Augustine, and that one's not till September. So a little time to prepare, and if you're going to be there, I'll see you then.